Look at this image. This has become our modern default state. If you find yourself operating with a chronic sense of exhaustion, a lingering numbness, or an inability to focus on a single task without instinctively reaching for your phone, you are experiencing the intended result of the current technological landscape. Clinical researchers classify this condition as digital disassociation. Your physical body remains present in the room, but your mind is psychologically buffering, detached from your own emotional state and immediate environment. Willpower alone is insufficient against systems designed for capture. In exactly 6 minutes, we are going to build a physical, step-by-step defense system called the Signal Protocol to break the algorithmic loop and reclaim your attention. Because digital capture happens automatically, overcoming it requires tangible, analog systems. Gather your tools right now. Grab a physical notebook, a pen, a sticky note, and a calendar. To understand what we are fighting, watch how this slot machine operates. Digital platforms use this mechanism, a variable reward schedule, to hijack your dopaminergic pathways. Infinite scrolling turns every swipe into a gamble, dispensing unpredictable rewards that keep your brain constantly searching for the next novelty. This relentless stream of context-shifting information creates severe cognitive overload, rapidly draining energy from your prefrontal cortex, the region responsible for impulse control and conscious decision-making. Once depleted, your brain defaults to the basal ganglia. This primitive region governs automated routines. You lose conscious volition. That is why you find yourself zombie scrolling long after you actually want to stop. It is a designed neurobiological override. Defeating it requires a systemic physical intervention. Step 1 of the protocol is establishing an attention boundary. You are going to create a physical Faraday cage for your mind. Designate a specific drawer or box in a separate room of your home. During periods of dedicated rest, deep work, or meals, your mobile device must be stored inside that physical space. The mechanical purpose here is friction. By forcing yourself to physically stand up and walk to another room to retrieve the device, you interrupt the automated habit loop of reaching for it every time you feel a moment of boredom. Within the first few hours, you will inevitably experience intense restlessness, an unprompted spike of anxiety, and profound boredom. When this happens, recognize that it is not a failure of your willpower. You are simply experiencing a temporary state of affective withdrawal. The neurological goal of this fast is to starve your basal ganglia of its expected micro-reinforcements. Enduring the withdrawal gives your down-regulated dopamine receptors the quiet space they need to organically recalibrate. Enduring this initial discomfort allows your neural pathways to begin recovering from digital anhedonia, gradually restoring your natural capacity for joy and deep engagement. Step 3 requires establishing 3 specific analog habits. These will heal the mental fragmentation caused by continuous partial attention disorder. Habit 1. Dedicate 10 minutes every day to physical journaling by hand. Writing on paper externalizes the synthetic noise you've consumed and restores your own independent narrative voice. Habit 2. Schedule 10 minutes of absolute silence. Sitting without any audio input or data processing gives your mental architecture the necessary time to clear accumulated cognitive load. Habit 3. Practice deep listening. Commit to at least one conversation a day completely devoid of screen presence. Giving someone your undivided attention heals emotional numbing and rebuilds empathy. Together, these 3 analog actions act as a physical bridge, pulling your consciousness out of the digital buffer state and anchoring you firmly in the lived present. Finally, step 4 is constructing a values-based firewall. You need a defense mechanism against the emotionally volatile, synthetic noise designed by platform algorithms. Take your sticky note and place it directly on your monitor or phone case with these 3 exact questions. 1. Does this amplify fear or love? 2. Does this serve my highest alignment? 3. Am I using this to awaken or to escape? Before you click or scroll, ask yourself if the content pushes you toward anxiety and outrage or if it actually aligns with your highest values. That third question forces you to be honest. It demands you identify whether you consume media to expand your mind or simply to distract yourself from the discomfort of the present moment. Pair this with a somatic check. Pause and notice your physical body before engaging with a feed. A tightened chest, shallow breathing, or a spike in cortisol are biological warning signs of engineered outrage. Applying this physical, value-driven filter ensures your attention serves your own psychological growth, rather than feeding corporate engagement metrics. You now have your physical arsenal: a tangible device boundary, a scheduled dopamine reset, an analog journaling station, and a values-based firewall. Executing these steps transitions you from a passive, extractable resource into an individual who consciously dictates their own attention. Your immediate next step is to commit. Block out your calendar for the information fast this upcoming weekend and watch your intrinsic, organic motivation return.